Hello everyone, I'm anime magical VTuber MVL, and in this video we're going to be checking out Dancing Eyes, the arcade game. Yay! So without any further ado, let's get started. Tee-hee! Dancing Eyes is an arcade puzzle game from Namco that was only released in Japan. This game conceptually plays a bit like Quicks. In this game you control a monkey called Aruru-san and guide them around a 3D grid, avoiding enemies, with the aim to draw a line behind your character and connect it together. When the line is complete, the tiles inside the space you drew will vanish, revealing what is underneath. Herein lies the lewd gimmick of this game, as many of the game's stages do battle over things like girls' clothing. And as you defeat the tiny critters crawling around the grid by removing the grid itself, the person you saved will now be without whatever article was removed. Most of the stages have you choosing between 3 different possible encounters, with the penultimate stage always being a space girl and the final boss stage always being a tiny guy inside of a pineapple. Most of the other stages are girls, but sometimes the stage might be a guy or an object like a car instead, so there is some replayability if you want to see all of the stages. If you can believe it, some of the stages are weirder than others. With that in mind, this game was a bit of a departure in terms of tone from Namco, where games like Pac-Man would normally come to mind. The different stages are a nice idea to get players to use extra credits in the arcade, as was the difficulty, as the later stages can be a bit unfair, flooded with enemies with many directly pursuing you as you draw your line. Though if you have unlimited credits, this isn't a problem. There's lots of power-ups you can find on the grid or from defeating enemies. Some make you able to take out enemies, others expand your grid removal ability, and if you're lucky you can get a power-up that removes most of the grid for you. But beware, as there is a power-up that swaps out grid spaces from removed to covered and vice versa, and that can be problematic. Anyway, Dancing Eyes was at one time scheduled for a revival on the PlayStation 3 Move, but was ultimately cancelled. It's actually kind of surprising that this game hasn't ever been ported outside of Japan's arcades, given the success of other unassumingly lewd games out there like Galgun for example. Overall, Dancing Eyes is actually a very enjoyable puzzle game that, if you play with infinite credits, is very doable. So don't necessarily let its lewdness and novelty put you off of a fun puzzle game if that's your thing. This game might actually surprise you. And there you have it. That was my review of Dancing Eyes, the arcade game. Well, what should we get to next? Shall it be a Galgun game? Or perhaps we should do a Senran Kagura game? Or we could even do a Vivid Interactive game. Well, if you hadn't guessed it, this was an April Fool's video. Don't take this too seriously. And with that said, if you like the video, be sure to leave a like or a comment to let me know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. And if you'd like to, you can also support me through Patreon or YouTube channel membership. Thank you for watching, I've been MVL, and I will catch you next time. Okay, bye!